New look, as you can see. God, I don't even know what to talk about. It's been pretty much a year since I uploaded that video, and my life has flipped on its head so many times. I wonder, like, is this even a good avatar? I have to be really expressive with my hands to keep you guys engaged, you see. It's been a while. It's been a while. I've been on VR a little bit, but not a whole lot. Anyway, hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Renna. This is RennaSauce, and this is kind of a follow-up video to my video I uploaded last year, which is a bit of just a ramble on how my life was going at the time. Maybe how things have changed since then, and really just kind of where I'm at, and also where the channel's gonna be going forward. As far as YouTube videos go, I've been kind of in a slump. For one, because I haven't had my own room in a while, but also for two, because I got really overwhelmed by the whole prospect of having to make videos, which is really funny considering I talked about in my previous video about how badly I wanted to be a YouTuber. And then I made a YouTube video and I was like, well, I'm a YouTuber now, and then I promptly didn't make anything for a year. And it's funny because there are so many videos that I really desperately want to make, and I'm gonna make them. Without a doubt, I will make them. Just haven't quite made it past that hump yet. This is basically just like another I'm taking my flint and steel and I'm trying to strike it against the portal, and it hasn't lit yet, but once it lights, it's over for you all. I hope you know. Get loved and appreciated and get whatever wisdom I've accumulated in my 24 years of life. I'm RennaSauce, yo. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. This is just kind of a ramble. So I guess we'll talk about, just generally update you on what happened since the last time I uploaded a video. I was in a relationship, and then I wasn't in a relationship, and I learned a lot. And that's kind of the story of my life, if I really wanted to distill it down completely. But I guess, oh my god. I guess the main thing that's really happened is I've had to go on this whole journey of developing a deeper sense of self-respect and self-love, and understanding that, like, my needs are as important as the needs of those people around me, and not basically, like, kind of sacrificing myself for other people. Because I thought it was this noble thing to do, to really put the needs of others before my own. But I think over time I've started to really, like, let it sink in that how much that sabotaged my relationships, and also just kept me from recognizing when people were maybe taking advantage of me, or just say, like, they weren't able to reciprocate in the way that maybe I needed to feel fulfilled in whatever relationship we were in, whether that be a friendship or something more. So the biggest theme of the last year or so, basically all of 2026, has been that I've had to learn to be an advocate for myself. I've had to learn how to not betray myself in the pursuit of love that was, maybe not even what I actually needed or what was going to be fulfilling for me. So kind of just like building a better relationship with myself has been the theme of the last year. And it's a good thing I did too, because I was about to start making YouTube videos about relationships. And to be honest, I don't think I was really ready for that. So maybe this whole year off experiment has been the best thing for me, because I've really had to put a lot of my advice that I was gonna give into practice. And I can tell you more about what works and what doesn't now, which is just a great thing. I've also learned that I'm not really a scripted video kind of person. I'm more of a rambler. So, as I've told people before, I was like born to be a podcaster, but doomed to be a YouTuber, because I don't know how to coordinate or even make the connections I would need to start a podcast. However, podcasts potentially coming soon. Never mind, I can't really promise anything. But if it does happen, you will hear about it, because I will force it down your throat every video I make. The point of all of this is to say my life has been crazy, and I've also learned a lot about myself in this time, including some things that I'm not going to mention on the channel right now, at least not until later when I make videos about them, and including just like whatever I've told you now, or what'll come up in the next few videos, just telling stories about my life. So this is kind of just a quick little silly little update. As far as how I'm doing, to be honest, it's been kind of rough on a more personal side of things, right? And you can find me on Instagram and stuff where I post about what's going on in my life under the same name, by the way. And I also post some of the art that I make there. But like, on that stuff, like a few weeks ago, my apartment flooded, and it really set back a lot of my plans for later this summer. So if you are willing to support me in whatever way you can, please reach out. But I think we really managed to work through everything, me and my roommates, and I think everything's okay. And to be honest, I'm in a dark room. I've been transported. Oh God. I'm abstracting as we speak. Speaking of abstracting, have you guys watched The Amazing Digital Circus? That show is kind of awesome. I'm gonna probably make a video about Jax because I have very passionate opinions about Jax. You also, those of you who watched the first video, might notice that I'm not voicing so much. Yeah, so that kind of comes with the territory of things I'm going to be talking about. Gender-wise, I think I said in that, I don't remember what I said about my gender in that last video. For those of you who care, you should know I'm non-binary. Like I'm trans femme, but I'm non-binary. We're magenta now. I've become magenta. And now we're magenta and green. Look at this giant eye looking thing. Just looking at me. Oh, look at this guy. This guy's awesome, though. This is the cool eye. This is the evil eye, but this is the cool eye. This guy's cool as fuck. Regardless, me and my swaggy companion are here to tell you about what's going to happen on the RennaSauce YouTube channel going forward. For one, I'm going to be delving into some more queer-centered topics, like things about gender and orientation and romantic orientation, and maybe some under-talked about things like intersex identities. Those kind of things are really fascinating to me, and I love researching them. And I want to make more informative videos about those topics that really do justice to the people that live with them or happen to identify with them. That kind of stuff means a lot to me, so I'm probably going to make videos about those things. I'm also going to make a few personal videos that I've been meaning to make, including some stuff that revolves around music, which I make music for those who care. But when I do release music, I will be plugging it on this channel. But I'll be making videos about things like music and other things that are important to me, i.e. the Trans Femme Jax video. I'll also be making the videos about relationships and stuff that I intended to make. However, I'm probably going to tone them down a bit. Those were initially very high concept videos where I was going to come with this huge pretentious statement, and I'm just thinking about like the way that I am as a person, and kind of like my youth really shows sometimes when I try to talk about things. And so I think I'm going to tone it down a little bit and try to be more personal with those videos and just talk about my experience in relationships. And, kind of take that and tell you what I've learned to the best of my ability, instead of making it to be as though I'm, a source of knowledge on these subjects, which, if I'm being honest, I think my biggest problem is that I try so hard to sound like I know what I'm talking about. And to be honest, maybe I do, maybe I don't. But I'm not going to present myself like an authority on anything. I'm just like a girl, bro. I'm just like a little thing, dude. So, like, keep in mind, like, when I talk about stuff, I'm just a person. And I'll talk about things, that I care about and that I'm passionate about and that I do a lot of research on. But I'm not going to pretend like I'm a professional doing college level essays here. That's just not what I'm here to do. This is for fun. We explore things because it's fun. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff I'd love to make videos about, and I'll be trying to work with other creators because it's probably my favorite thing to do as an artist, is just collaborate. Because what is art without the people around you? I feel like the reason that I have a YouTube channel instead of just making videos for my future self to watch is because the beauty of making these things is sharing them with everybody. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I really don't need to drag this on any longer. Thank you for watching, and I really, really am excited to show you the things that I've made later this year and early into 2027. I really think this is going to be a golden age for my art as a whole, at least in terms of my commitment to making more of it. And, you guys, all 79 of you as of right now, are going to be the first ones to see that. And, even if you guys are the only ones to see it, I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you again. If you like you know, the kind of topics that I'm going to be talking about, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, help support me and makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And if you like making people feel warm and fuzzy inside, maybe join my Discord server and we can talk and share memes that make no sense at all. You can also just like talk to me and I'll respond in the comments. I'm a small enough creator that I can respond to all of them. So I guess one of the beauties of being a small creator is that like I see every bit of feedback that I get. So all of your comments, I will respond to them to the best of my ability. And thank you so much for watching. If you have video topics and things that you think aren't addressed enough in like maybe these communities, please leave them in the comments. I will be happy to do my best to like talk about them or at least research them, and you know, tell you whether that's something I really feel like I could qualifiably talk about. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm so good at rambling. It's why I have a YouTube channel. It's why my bio on Instagram says Yapper Extraordinaire. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Renna, and you have a very warm and fuzzy weekend. I don't know what the fuck that means. Have a warm and fuzzy weekend? Bro, I hope your mother gives you a big hug, and if you don't have a mom like me, dab me up. Dead mom club, bro. Oh, God. One of the weirdest things is that, like, my left hand gets lost a lot more than my right hand, and I don't know if it's because the sensor is, like, fucked up, or if it's just because my left hand is, like, more often out of the way. But sometimes I'll just be talking to people, and my left hand just goes... And, you know, it's doing dog fights against, like, fucking TIE fighters in the crevices of my brain. Sometimes I say things, I don't know where they come from. Did you know that Trekkies basically, like, created fandom? That's cool as fuck. I don't even like Star Trek like that, but, like, I gotta give them props. If it wasn't for Trekkies, I wouldn't have content to make about the amazing digital circus. And that would be a loss. Well, actually, that might be a win for humanity now that I think about it. Okay, enough rambling, enough video. I'm done. I'm taking the headset off. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God.